All right, Ben Carson addressing a major shakeup in his presidential bid after his campaign manager quit yesterday, along with about 20 other staffers. Dr. Ben Carson had this to say about it last night.
Well, we did a deep dive and recognized that there were some areas of deficiency.
Let's now bring in Erick Erickson, editor of The Resurgent and a Fox News contributor. Good morning to you and a very happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
So, New Year not going off to a great start for Ben Carson here, yesterday announcing 3 of his top aides resigning, along with a number of other staffers. You've been following campaigns for a long time, Erick. What is your initial reaction to this news? Do you see this as a bad sign for the campaign?
Yeah, it is a bad sign. There have been some disconcerting moves in the last few months. For example, he left the campaign trail to go on a book tour. He's been doing rallies in states where there aren't even primaries in the early states, including New York. There have been some odd missteps. And then last week there was this bizarre moment where he called in a bunch of reporters to his home, took them into his man cave, said that the campaign had been not going well. People were in it trying to make money, not to get him elected, and there was going to be a campaign shakeup. Within 6 hours, he walked it all back, said he didn't mean it, there would be no shakeup, and then there was campaign staffers not being fired, but quitting. They're all citing Armstrong Williams, the commentator, that he's been a Ben Carson business advisor, and a lot of them are blaming him. There just seems to be a lot of cooks in the kitchen giving conflicting advice.
Well, and one thing that can keep a campaign going, as you know well, is money, and that's what they keep saying they still have a lot of. The communications director that did resign, Doug Watts, saying the campaign's going to go forward, that they raised $23 million in the fourth quarter, more than any other Republican candidate. That's a lot of money, but as you know, spent very quickly. So how long can that take him?
Well, if you look at the last quarter, he raised $20 million, but more than half of it was spent. They have to report money coming in on direct mail and whatnot, but they also report the expenses. So while he does have a lot of money coming in, he has a very high burn rate, one of the highest burn rates on the campaign trail, including higher at one point than Hillary Clinton and Jeb Bush.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how that campaign goes on. Erick Erickson, thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Happy New Year.